Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an update on my previous Sephora haul. This is where I share with you my final reviews on all the products that I recently purchased from Sephora. Had to get this up before we do my Sephora Friends and Family sale haul, which is a really good one. I'm excited to share with you my final opinions on all these products, whether I returned anything, what do I recommend, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I cannot wait to share with you my final reviews on these products, and let's jump into this Sephora haul update. You want to start with things you don't need? Let's go there. I'm sure many of you are aware that Patrick Ta re-released his highlighter formula, and it has both a cream and a powder in it. He did this because I remember the cream being very finicky. You could put your finger in it and it would just melt basically everywhere. This is more stable of a formula, so I decided to go with a different shade this time. However, I still don't think this for me is necessary. I would sooner pick Sephora Collection highlighters, my Dior highlight palette, though I haven't tried the new release for that, so let me know if they change the formula because I do not want a glittery highlight. Back to this. It is very subtle. I'm wearing it today, so it gives a really hydrated look to the skin. It is pretty, but I just personally wouldn't repurchase it again. I just wanted to see where he went with the formula change for it, but again, kind of lackluster to me. However, I did really love his brush, and he released a highlight brush which is dual-ended, and I have been using this for all my highlights. I love the side for powder or for cream. Both are fantastic, and you can use this for concealer, which is really nice too, which I've tried. It has a good density for creams, so you can use that for concealer, put in your cream highlight, or even if you want to lightly set with powder underneath your eye, or for highlight, which this is intended for. It just is a really versatile brush, and it's been one I've been reaching for my everyday makeup. So this was a success. So for his re-release for highlights, this was the best thing that came out of that launch. And then I did get a little deluxe sample in my order, which I knew I wasn't gonna like, but it was more than I thought that I wouldn't like this. It's the loose version of the Kosas powder in candy. I love the pressed. I've gone through, I think this is my second one, and I just bought my third candy. The packaging on this sucks too. Trust me, it's gonna get positive. We're just gonna get this negative section out of the way. Anyways, this aged my under eye dramatically. It just clung to that area. I personally can't do anything with a sheen underneath my eyes. It's just extremely unflattering, and I couldn't get the same sort of coverage or smoothness with this powder versus the press version. So I just would recommend that over this. I wouldn't personally purchase this, though I have heard some people with similar skin type and issues to me really like this. If you like this, happy for you. This just didn't work out for me, and I wouldn't recommend it. However, now we're going on to recommended products. So I didn't end up returning those things, though I wouldn't return a sample. I'm going to give that to someone who wants to use it, though. Didn't return the highlight because I don't really have pink highlight, so I personally will use it. But moving on to all the things that I love. And there's a couple standout products in here, which I'm going to go to. And then I do have some repurchases as well, which I'm just going to gloss over at the end, though I did talk about them in my haul. So one of my favorite things, actually, is this Huda Beauty lip stain in Toasty Brown. I didn't think I would like these as much as I do because I kept hearing them dry out, which I do think my pink one in Rosewood is more dry than the brown. I do think this Toasty Brown shade has worked out. It's still really pigmented, and I use this virtually every day since I got it. I love applying it prior to going in with foundation or anything, just to get that stain liner so my lips don't lose the shape throughout the day. So I love that about this. I just need a lined lip at this point in my life, and I love this because I can take a lip balm in my purse, lipstick, whatever, and just apply that without worrying about my lip liner throughout the day. So that has been really nice for me. So that's why I like this shade. I just wish they were more affordable. CoverGirl did some brown options. I would love that, but this has worked out for me. This particular shade hasn't dried out, but I've noticed my Rosewood is almost done, actually. And then my favorite thing from the haul is this by far. It's the Danessa Myricks Multi-Use Pigment Stick. You have a foil and a metallic. This is so intense and beautiful. I just wish these weren't so pricey, but the packaging feels luxe and the formulas feel luxe, so I can see why it is priced that way. I personally would purchase more of these. I would wait for a sale though, just because it is on the more pricey end. However, I've loved this so much and I have recommended it since using it and still recommend it. It is really beautiful and I love the tones, especially in this one. They just really make your eyes pop, both the metallic and the foil. Even though the foil is more intense, I still love the metallic formula in there. It's just such a pretty color. And then I initially wasn't actually sure of this product when I first got it, but the more I use it, the more I love it. And I had this a long time ago, but in their regular version. So this is the Way Leave-In Conditioner in St. Bart's. This has actually felt really hydrating for my hair, which before I don't remember it being, but I've been using this as my leave-in conditioner and I love the smell of this. The smell is probably what sells it for me, but my hair feels really nice in the morning. This is something I wish I used more in the summer than I did, because I did pack this in my beach bag, but I kept forgetting about it. But I pulled it out. I have it by my shower now, so I just use it after I wash my hair. And I love the smell of it. It's so good. So I would recommend this for hydration, for the smell. It just, all the things about this. And this actually smells kind of similar to it. I'm wearing it today, and I got this because of you guys. It is the Kayali Maui in a Bottle Sweet Banana, and I was looking for a perfume with a banana note in it, and this has that, which I really love. I especially smell it in the opening, but it's a really beautiful scent. I would definitely purchase the full size of this next summer, but not for this upcoming sale. I wouldn't repurchase this yet because moving into my more fall scents, and this one just is strictly a summer scent for me, even though I'm wearing it today. It's like so hot this week though. I keep spraying it on. So thank you guys again for recommending Maui in a Bottle to me. I love that scent. I also really enjoyed the new Sephora Collection Oil Infusion Glosses. These are really nice and thin, but have so much shine to it, nice and hydrating. I still agree with my initial review of these wearing off a little bit fast. I personally don't mind, and it's just such a beautiful sheer pink color, and it's the glow that really sets it apart. And I just have lip liner and this oil. That's all I have on my lips, so it's just a really pretty topping sort of product, but also as is, I just love the sheerness of this formula, the kind of gel-like slip to this as well, how nourishing it is on the lips. I just have to reapply it throughout the day, but worth it for sure. I would recommend that still. Actually, this I probably wouldn't get again. Should have mentioned this in the beginning. This isn't a full negative review on this. There's just others out there that I personally like more. This is from Ultraviolet. It's their SPF 50, and this is a reapplication mist sunscreen, which I was looking for these throughout the summer just to spray over top of my makeup on days that I chose to wear makeup. And I tried out Naked Sundays during this past summer as well. And I just happen to like that one more. It has a really nice scent to it, which I know probably don't want fragrance stuff on your face, but it smells so good. It didn't make my face feel as oily or greasy as this one. So this one just felt slightly heavier, a little bit more oily. So that's why I kind of preferred the Naked Sundays. Though I'm still going to be using this up as a reapplication mist. Will get really glowy today. And this has more of that traditional sunscreen smell to it too. And I like the sprayer better on the Naked Sundays. So I'll link the one that I like down below in case you're looking for a spray sunscreen that you can spray throughout the day. Because after my makeup's on, I'm not going to be putting my typical sunscreen on my face. I need something in a spray that I can continuously reapply. So not only in the summer, but I'm going to continue this throughout the winter as well, just because this is the only way I can keep my sunscreen reapplying. You do have to spray quite a bit, so that's probably why I look a little greasy, but just let it dry a little bit, and all you have to do is repress in with a puff. And that's all you need, because it won't disrupt your makeup, but if you start going in and messing things while it's still drying a little bit, things are going to move around. So just be mindful of that. This is still a decent one. If you're looking for one and you can't access Naked Sundays, then Ultraviolet is a fine option, but I just like Naked Sundays better. Then I purchased this for a more hydrating option in the shower. There's actually a couple new shower gels that I've been testing out, and I'm glad I got the mini of this because there's other Sol de Janeiro scents that I like more, and this almost has a yogurt smell to it, which the smell of dairy honestly bothers me. It's just a little weird fact, especially yogurt. Like, I just don't like that smell, and I can smell like a yogurty smell to this. It almost smells sour. This hasn't gone bad. It just is a note to this particular fragrance that smells sour to me. This I'm also probably just going to gift to a friend. When I'm in the shower, I want to enjoy the experience. So me just using this up to use it, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to gift it to a friend. It's not horrible, and I know a lot of people love this one. I've been actually really loving the Saffron and Cedar from Salt and Stone. Just a little heads up. You'll probably see me talk about this in my monthly favorites, but in case you want to know what body wash I'm loving right now, it's this one, and it's clean, which is really nice. Once I discovered this, other things just weren't as appealing to me, even though I did kind of like that in the beginning just because of how hydrating it was. But this smells like Baccarat Rouge 540. This smells very luxe and just how I want to smell after my shower. So enjoyed this one. Even though that wasn't part of the haul, I just thought I'd share with you in this video if you happen to be watching. And then these are repurchases except for the case. I got a case for this one. I haven't used the scent yet though I've used the Mango Passion many times. I just haven't used this new one because I'm trying to use up some of my other fragrances, but I love that this has a little keychain on it and can hook to things outside my purse for easy spray. Though I wouldn't say it's necessary. You don't really need to do that, but it's just nice for my crossbody or when I'm out with my kids. Don't have to keep reaching for my hand sanitizer. And then this was a repurchase, but for some reason, this had a really low expiration date and I can't return it now. So usually when I buy my Sol de Janeiro spray, my sunscreen, it lasts longer, but this one must have been an old one because it already expires in May of next year, which typically my sunscreen lasts longer than that. That's really short. I didn't even have a year with this, which usually I would. I can't return it, unfortunately, and I only realized that at the end of the summer, and it's pretty full because I repurchased this hoping that I could have it throughout the year. I don't know, that was kind of disappointing. So I wanted to let you guys know just to check your expiration dates on your sunscreen when you get them, just to make sure you have a long enough period to use it. So not buying sunscreen too much in advance, though I didn't think it would be an issue because it never is. But it was this time and it expires in May. We do have nice weather this week, but after that I typically wouldn't be using a body sunscreen because I'm not going to be exposed. I guess we're going to end on a negative note too. On a positive note, I really like this sweater from Gap. I used to buy Gap back in high school. I feel like now people are buying Gap again, but I love how this looks. Like a vintage blue sweater, and it's so cozy and it's slightly cropped. I got it oversized. This isn't a large. It's pretty oversized, so you could probably go to your true to size unless you have a long torso like I do, because it's a little bit cropped. Let's just mention that and leave on a happy note that I'm happy in my cozy little sweater. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully this wasn't too much of a repeat of my Sephora haul because I know I reviewed all these products in there pretty much at that point. But my next haul is going to be all new products that I cannot wait to share with you guys that I got during the Sephora Friends and Family sale, which I had tons of repurchases. I also bought stuff brand new like Rhode, Makeup by Mario, just a ton of new products on the market right now that I wanted to share with you in a haul. So that will be coming up next. So if you don't want to miss that, be sure you're subscribed to my channel, which I'd absolutely love to have you join the family here by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.